baby. You sure to treat me nice. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, baby. Treat me right. Paradise. Good morning. Happy, happy holidays. And Merry Christmas. Hi. Good morning. May you have the presence of your mind and your heart and your loved ones. Merry Christmas. Good morning. Christmas, baby. You sure to treat me right. Hello, hello. I know a lot of us are enjoying family time right now. I have been enjoying family time as well. And it gets much, much better from here once you have learned to enjoy what you have and let the rest go. Good morning. I know. Who's that lady? What in the Whoville? I picked these colors because they are festive. And why not give you a gift of eye candy this morning? Or maybe some inspiration, or maybe a few ideas. Good morning. Hi. How's everybody doing this morning? I have a few things to cover. I have been scribbling on my little board and I've taken a few notes. Yesterday, I had the privilege of spending time with my children. My boys are two different souls coming from the same body, and they have two different journeys going in the same direction. They're going towards their own greatness and their own purpose, whatever that means for them. It's for me to usher in whatever the guidance, the resources, and anything that I have so that they can, experience life in a much better way than I have. Not to say that I need to suffer to make sure that these kids enjoy life. See, you have to show by example. A lot of times we're talking and we're talking and we're talking ourselves to death, but these kids are going to do what they see being done. And it's better for you to be a role model in your own home than have the role models switching on and off on the TVs and the phones, okay? So just be mindful. A lot of people prepare for summer all the time and they never prepare for winter. And when I say this, I'm not talking about just the span of the 12 months. I'm talking about your whole entire life. A lot of people have tried to make their whole life summer, not paying attention to fall, not paying attention to spring. They only want to deal with summer. They never want to deal with winter. And winter is where you get the answers of your life. So winter is where you learn where you harvested, where you planted seeds, and where not to do it again. And a lot of times we want to just skip through winter with the distractions that we've taken on during the summer. And summer is like, it's like life on fast. It's like life on go. And a lot of people spend a majority of their life in summer, but it's the winter of life that is really where the good stuff comes in. That's where you get the heavy stuff, the meats and the soups and the coats and the fabrics, and you get the spices, and you actually get to basically reap the benefits of whatever you did during the summer. So while summer is definitely important in our lives, just know that winter is just as important. Everything in correlation, right? Yay. Hi and good morning. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday to those who are having a birthday. Congratulations to those new kids. The new car. Somebody got a new car for Christmas and someone got, oh, the gift of a trip. Oh, wow. Good morning. Hi. Um, Someone else is getting engaged and congratulations. And I'm just going to give you a stand up because this dress. Good morning. I decided to go, what in the Whoville? You see the colors, they're like so vibrant. And I love this new jacket. It's definitely the bee's knees, right? I decided that colors were going to talk with me and for me today, right? Definitely the nicest little jacket, right? Thank you. Look, when I started thinking about the colors, I was thinking about Cat in the Hat and Dr. Seuss. And remember what happened with Thing One, Thing Two. We have to be mindful. Mindful, yes. So, yes, it's going to get rather hot in here. And it has a little button. It has a button. And yes, I'm still going to continue working through the winter to have these things together because what are we if we're not goal oriented? All right. Good morning. Thank you so much. Oh, that jacket was pretty warm. It's definitely going to do the job this winter time. Yeah. So, how's everybody going? Yeah, Merry Christmas and congrats. I hope you got the gifts that you wanted. And if you didn't, don't worry. To this year, you can budget and get your own gift and enjoy it. Yes, I'm glad you're good. Thank you for loving the outfit. I'm so glad that we're good. So, we're going to go from Psalms 128, a song of degrees. Yes, 128 equals 11, which equals 2, which equals fairness and war, love and war. So we're laying down our pitchforks and everything for Christmas. We're going to not be petty at the dinner table, and we're not going to beat anyone with the Christmas tree, like hopefully. Let the cousins that go out on the porch and do their potpourri session, spray and pray, hand sanitizer, of course. Respect the elders, please. Eat what you do. Try not to criticize so much, or you could go home. Oh my gosh, I made banana pudding last night, and I made it with graham crackers and vanilla wafers. Yes. Minimal banana, maximum cookie. I like the cake part, right? Good morning. Enjoy the food that you like today. I mean, I we cut up yesterday. Like I said, I made like two meats. I made oxtail and I made goat. And I had rice with peas and I had regular rice. And we have the banana pudding. So we're good. The only thing this morning that I really want is French toast. I do want French toast and bacon. And yeah, so we can have fun, girly girls. We can also have fun. The men can watch their football. They can, kibitz with their friends. They can go to the bar. Like this is the time to be festive and jovial, but be mindful of temperatures rising and definitely ask who all over there before you go so that you're dressed accordingly because if you got to slide somebody you might need to wear tennis shoes and not those mules that you wanted to wear, those extra cute ones. Yeah, it's not cute to fight a mule, so don't fight. Okay. Hi, good morning. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. There's parts of Kwanzaa happening. Light a candle, memories, rest in heaven for those who are missing those who are not here with them. It gets a little heavy during this time of year. Hold on to the smile that you have. Hold on to the smile that they remembered, that they enjoyed. Hello, hello, hello. It's 7:05, but you still have to wake up the rest of the family. Do your coffee or your tea first. Take your time and remember to love on yourself as well as your family. Sometimes you need to show your family that you do love yourself. It's so they know you love them. Sometimes you have to show your family that you actually do love yourself. You do have a standard of care for yourself. You're not always the martyr. You're not always so self-sacrificing, okay? So, a little healthy selfishness, okay? Just a little. Just a little. Good morning to my loves and my lovers. How are you? I'm going to do the tarot really quick before I get into inside gossip. Yes, I am definitely going to read inside gossip this morning, you guys. So hopefully you're here for that. So let's get on with it so that we can get into the meat of things because I cannot wait to read to you. I'm a bit jovial. That's what Miss Dillard says. She says, you have the energy to read this book the way it needs to be read. Okay. So I'm definitely going to read it. All right. And when I wrote this book, I wrote it as though I was like doing the tea with one of my girlfriends or like, one of your mothers or one of your messy fathers that loves the drama. So when I was writing it, I was making sure that I wrote it in a way in which I always went back to make sure you had all the tea, like the piping hot tea. So mind you, and I'm nearly finished with the next excerpt. Piping hot tea. I'm talking visualizations that will make you feel tingles inside. Yes. The visualizations have to be for me, okay? I was watching Percy Jackson yesterday, the majority of this because it was so good. It was so addictive because they told the story a lot and with a lot more details. Say skibbity. If it makes you feel better. Mano, badman. All right? All right. Ball out. So, yes, Percy Jackson. And it's Greek mythology. And if you actually get into Greek mythology, it points you back toward the Bible. And it really, education is so broad. And if you take it and you apply it actively, you'll find out how wonderful this life is. And if you keep looking for validation on the outside, you'll never get any validation from the inside. Don't say I didn't tell you. All right, so A Song of Degrees 128. Blessed is everyone that feareth the Lord, that walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thy hands. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee. Thy wife shall be as a fruitful vine by the sides of thine house, thy children like olive plants round about thy table. Behold, that thus shall the man be blessed that feareth the Lord. The Lord shall bless thee out of Zion, and thou shalt see the good of Jerusalem all the days of thy life. Yea, thou shalt see thy children's children, and peace upon Israel. Selah, so be it. Yeah. All right. So this is basically the fruit of the harvest of the labor. So you've labored and you've come forth, and the fruit shall definitely show what you have been doing. And that is really truly what the winter of your life is. So we get these small excerpts of time to show us what the big excerpt of time could be. So if you are careful with your 12 months, if you are careful with your 24 hours, or if you are careful with your 60 seconds, trust and believe. The 365 that you experience will change. It will change rapidly, and it will change for your good. I didn't say it would be easy. I did say it would change for your good. You'll be more aware. You'll be more self-aware, and you'll be able to check things as they come along and not afterward. Things won't be an afterthought. You'll actually have the foresight. You'll actually have more foresight, and you'll be able to move yourself out of the way of things that no longer serve you a lot faster. If not completely, you'll be able to spot it before it even approaches, and you'll be able to pivot and move. All right? Yes, 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 yes. Be aware. Be aware. So, having a wonderful morning. I just wanted to touch on something. Okay. So, a lot of us in America, Black Americans, white Americans, Indian, Asian, Pacific, Inuit, people from Alaska, Canada, Sweden, everywhere, all over the world. Everybody's basically mixed up in some kind of way, some kind of mixed heritage, not unless you're like you guys have like that type of dog breeding in your family where it's pure blood, pure blood. And pure blood means what? A lot of taboo incest, that sort of thing, right? Keeping it in the family, trying to manage things, keep legacies within, and things of that nature. And of course, with control comes chaos. You can't have one without the other. A lot of people that like control, they actually thrive in chaos to get the control. Pay attention, pay attention. All right, so with that, that was leading into my message. Trini to the bone. Okay, all right, let's go. Sage. Sage is a short name for Sagittarius. And what do we know about sage? A lot of times people are burning sage to ward off evil and things of that nature. Other people feel like sage opens up a portal. Other things about sage, the night of the sage. When people use it in that context, they're thinking about a rogue rider or a rogue person, a vigilante of some sorts, a sage, right? Think about the dictionary, Google it if you need to. Everybody has their own meaning for things. So you got to pay attention to that too, right? And like I said, I brought up Nicki Minaj. Her real name is Onika Mirage. Do you know what a mirage means? It means an illusion of sorts, a visual illusion, usually triggered by malnutrition, this some kind of prolonged discomfort, which makes you start to see visions or things of that nature. It's a mirage. A lot of times it comes from being thirsty, left in the dark in the desert. That's what a lot of people think of when they think of a mirage. They think like long, stressful situations that cause them to see illusions or visualize things, a different sort of state. My wig does not move because I made sure I taped it down, but you can go be petty with your mother or your baby mother or your sister, or maybe your own wig. You need a tip. Anywho, like I was saying, so we have to pay attention to the illusions, and sometimes we make people look left when we are going right? And one thing I can say about the whole Nicki thing with people going on, the one thing I can say that it did make blow out of the water. We know who's basically really for that team, and we also know who are using their connections to that team to push a different agenda. So if it did nothing, it did reveal who's really on what side, who's really willing to take the risk, and who really wants to push what agenda. So the Barbs, even though split right now, they did show who was actually trying to maintain in humanity and lift the vibration, and who's for the parts with the money and, that sort of thing. So even though it did cause a lot of rift politically, which I try to stay neutral about because, but yeah, it did show you where the lines were drawn in the sand. If she did nothing, she made things very, very clear. Okay? So, what's in the whoville or villain, right? So, a lot of times you don't know who's the villain and who's not the villain, because as it was brought up to me so much in the movie and how much I always see it, the person who's good doesn't always look good, and the person that's bad doesn't always look bad. And this is becoming more and more apparent as we get older, as we go on, and we find out that our kids are villains too. It's just that we had them and we don't want to see them in that way. But it's very, very pivotal that we identify the villain in our kids now before they become adults, because hey, we've all gone through waves of this before. I went to school with some people who were, I could say, some were insecure and some were overinflated because they were popular due to some things that they were willing to do. And now that they're adults, a lot of them are shitty adults. And some of the ones that were insecure, they're now stepping into their looks and their things because they no longer have those poopy people who are always trying to pick them apart to be popular. Let's just say it. Those people were energy harvesting from elementary. They learned it because they had parents that did it, that talked about the neighbors, that talked about their friends, that talked about the teacher, that actually put these nasty thoughts into their head, and it, you know, became full-bloom flower in the next generation. So now we have a generation that's basically entitled to talk about everybody because this is what we heard, and we're entitled to judge because this is what we heard, not even taking a moment to judge ourselves. Wild. Okay, so let's get on with it. I wanted to look at my book really quick. What matters today? My Cartman is cute, right? My Cartman sticker. Beautiful. I'm into all sorts of things so that I can learn, right? So now let's go to the ethereal because I'm feeling pretty ethereal today. I feel like it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like a straightening. It's like a renewing going on. It's like people are starting to press the reset button. And if they aren't pressing the reset button, they're actually starting to realize, good morning from Detroit. You know, Detroit is a nice place. I've never been there, I don't think. If I have, no, I did. I had a layover there. That was barely nothing. I just got to visit the gift shop. So I think I'll be making my rounds this year. I'll be doing contents and readings in your town this year. Okay, so look forward to me. I won't give a lot of hints, but I will tell you. Oh, definitely. I want to come and perform. So definitely make sure I know where your venues are, because I want to sing. And I am actually performing soon. I'm performing next week. I'm just waiting for the list, okay? Yeah, I'm performing soon. I will definitely be recording that, okay? And hello, hello, hello. Yes, 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 yes. Good morning, good morning. We're going to do Inside Gossip soon. And I'm going to hurry up and get through these signs. So I'm doing 2 cards per sign, all right? Why not stop at the top? Start at the top. Start at the top. I said stop at the top. So maybe this is what someone is saying. Someone wants to stop before they get started. Or they want to stop when they get to the top of something. Is it a climax? Something I meant to even though I did mention it in the description. Le petit morte. That is French for the little death. And that is what they call a orgasm. In France, they call that an orgasm because when you actually climax, your soul actually separates from your body, although for a little small fraction of time. You're able, that's why it feels so good, because it's like you're able to like go outside and see how good you feel for that very short amount of time. And I think that's why they call it the little death, because you a little. And That's why it's so powerful, and that's why you have to be very careful who you agree to die a little death with, okay? It's way more important than what you think, especially because if you start to procreate, you have to die again to bring that life in. It's that serious. So I want to start with Aquarius because of at the top of the year. Even though Capricorn is basically the first start, Aquarius is the beginning if you go into the new year. So we're going to start with Aquarius. We're going to start at the top. Not stop at the top. Start at the top. Okay? Aquarius. Hi. Good morning. 2 cards for you. High Priestess. All right. So all seeing, all knowing, authoritative, very authoritative. So we have a High Priestess that's running this thing. She's the HBIC, or if it is a man, he is definitely on his A game. Although when it comes to a man being a High Priestess, he's quiet and although moving. He knows, he sees all, and he knows what decisions to make. He does not need to really tell anyone, because everyone that is in his court is going to move on its own accord. They know what time it is. They know what part they play, and they play it diligently. And if you are in High Priestess energy, be it man or woman, you have your things, you have everything laid. You have everything has a place for everything, and you like it that way, and everything is and so be it. So you have your things together, and for a person to be around you, you have to want them there, and it has to be mutual, and there is no compromise. Oh, Aquarius. Oh, Aquarius. The Lovers popped out on you. So you have 2 major arcana, and I only wanted to pull 2 cards for Aquarius, and I've given you what I've given you. So if you have Aquarius in your chart, or you're trine, or you are in Aquarius, it's a leading thing, your sun sign. Whew, moon sign, I feel it. My heart skipped a beat just now. Yeah, Aquarius, if you have it there, there's a high value, high spiritual union connection coming. Although you do need to be free of drama, free of a lot of things. You don't need to be perfect, but you need to be in perfect alignment for this lover. You need to be able to see them from the inside and not just the outside. You need to be able to see through imperfections if there be an imperfection. You need to be able to see through a mistake and make sure that it was just a flaw, and not a it was a small thing but not a definite fixture. The love that you're about to go into is a divine union. I don't know who has this in their chart or who is in this energy, but there's a divine union here. There is somebody who is willing to go the long distance with you, who is willing to tell the truth, who is willing to cry the ugly cry, who is willing to have the conversation, and they are ready. Oh boy, congratulations for whoever is in this energy, who is ever getting this energy. Someone is ready. They're ready. They're ring ready. They're bed ready. They're ready. They're ready to go forward. They're ready to sign the papers for this contract. They're even willing to sign a prenup if that's what it be, because this is real love. This isn't a love that is looking to come up off the backs of one another. This is a love that is looking to be on each other's back to go forward. So congratulations, whoever this energy is for. This is wonderful. The High Priestess energy and the Lovers, major arcana for both. Thank you. And congratulations to those who are ready. And that is Aquarius. All right. So now we're going to get into Pisces. How are you? Good morning, Pisces. Good morning, Pisces. Are you traveling? Be sure and be clear. Stay free of drama and bad karma. Be mindful. Be prepared for the winters of your life, because summer does not last forever. And sometimes summer scorches, okay? So be mindful, be mindful, be mindful. All right, Pisces, what are your 2 cards? All right, we have the Artist in was that supposed to be like that? Okay, so it's not in the first. We have the Artist, so you are in creation mode. You're trying to create something. If not, you're trying to manifest a situation into your control. 10 of Pentacles. So Pisces, there is a situation in where you are free free to manifest. Right now, the veil is so thin. If there is something positive, even if you are in a negative light, you are able to reach out and get it. Like I said, sometimes you have to go high before low comes, or sometimes you need to be low in order so that you can secure the high. But in this case, if there's a south node Pisces, they are looking very high and they may fall very low. And if this is a north node Pisces, they are sitting low and they are looking to fix themselves high. Either way, be aware of karma and transactions. If you are only there simply for monetary gain, you may need to rethink your position. Okay? Love you lots. Bye-bye, Pisces. How are you? Good morning. What I do for a living: I live the best life I can live. I have retired twice in my life. Although I don't look it, I have retired twice in my life. And I've also become a few things other than just a woman. So even though you see this face here, I do things. All right, I do things that don't require me to have to step into a 9 to 5, and it has nothing to do with X work, and I don't do OnlyFans, and I don't have to take my clothes off for my living. Nope, I don't get paid for those things, which other people get paid for, but they're probably better at it because I'm not so into it as much. I actually love my words, my books, my cards, and my astrology. So if you want to know what I'm doing for a living, I'm living in your face right now. Anywho, yeah, so after Pisces, what are we doing, Aries? How are you? Are you in control? Because I am looking forward to your spring season. I'm looking forward to spring equinox, okay? So we have the 8 of Wands. So you have opportunities out here. You have plenty of opportunities, but you only have to reach out and grab them out of the air. But right now, you're probably trying to worry about keeping your foundation together, which is good. You need to keep your foundation together because when you do reach out for these opportunities, you will need to be grounded because it will go very, very fast and people will be trying to get on your bandwagon, but you need to be able to decipher and discern what they're there for. Are they there for them? Are they there for you? Or are they there for the whole entire mission? Because it looks different depending on who's there with you. 5 of Swords. So when swords are here, definitely you have to just make sure no one's trying to jump on your bandwagon, and be sure to cut anything off or anyone off that does not help your mission. Okay, so definitely be attention and be aware of what you take on so that you can reach out and have the best opportunity possible. Okay, Aries, have a great one. I don't know, I always get lost after Aries, and then it's Taurus, right? Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Good morning. Hi, bullies. Hello. You're not in a china shop, so you don't need to break any glass, all right? Be gentle. This is the time for you to actually rest, sleeping bull. Rest. Get everything situated. Gut health is important. Make sure that you're going to the bathroom as many times as you need to, and make sure you're not eating too much meat, and drink plenty of water. Okay, Taurus, let's keep your things going. Keep your insides flowing, because your insides are definitely going to affect your pockets. Sometimes karma has nothing to do with money, but it has everything to do with what you deem valuable, be it friendship, love, food, activity, status, jobs. If the center of the earth is hot, why is the bottom of the ocean cold? Ask a scientist. I never said I was a scientist. I like science. Anyway, so yeah. So Taurus, make sure you're aware of your gut health. Deuce Bags is funny this morning. Merry Christmas. But you know, Bill Nye is still alive, and Neil deGrasse loves this situation. So you might want to pop over there to Neil and Bill Nye, and they can answer your question. Just be mindful that they may make you feel a little small. All right. So take your big self over there. Bye bye. So petty. All right. Three of Pentacles. So it looks like a Taurus. You are valuing your friendships and your relationships right now. And that is great because we do need support. And it's good when you have other people to support you as long as there's an equal give and take. And no one's just running around trying to be bigger than the whole program. They're not trying to be bigger than the whole friendship. And I think that's wonderful for you. Thank you. Good morning. Also, value your friendships and let go of the ones that don't. And if you guys are having a tiff, hopefully you guys can conversate and use your words and get through it. If not, pay attention to who throws the low blows and who's petty enough to go in, try to stir up some chaos and stir the pot, and know that you may be able to, you might have grown out of a friendship. You know, you can grow out of friendships the same way you can grow out of pants of those favorite shoes, or you can wear them down to where they're just old now and you just have to get rid of them. Yeah, some friendships are like your worst shoes. Well, your most comfortable shoes that you need to get rid of because they have holes in them and water gets in them. And that's exactly how some of your friendships are. They've gone on too long. They should be in the trash. Don't say I didn't tell you. Okay, so your second card is the Three of Cups. So you definitely value your community and your friendships and your family and everything very well. Good job, Taurus. So you did not lose the sight of things and you didn't go into the detachment of your heart. Now there are some Tauruses that did get bitter and did get a little you know, get a little sore, you know, over the years. Maybe things didn't go exactly the way they wanted them to go. And, you know, they didn't get the girl, or they didn't get the guy, or they didn't get the job, or they didn't get the opportunity. But a sore loser is exactly that. Sometimes you have to lose a little bit to make an adjustment so that you can win again. All right. So keep that in mind. And if we are the Taurus, that is definitely holding on to love, community, friendship, and all those things that matter. Congratulations. Brava. It's very hard to do is hold on to friendships without seeking validation because it's kind of hard, okay, to navigate. This is a very thin line between love and hate. So it's good when you have friends that can tell you the bad stuff and the good stuff. You don't need friends that just want to be sunshine and sprinkles all the time because it could be a lie and it could be a false sense of security. And no one needs that in friendship. Might as well have an enemy. All right. Have a good one, Taurus. I hope this message meets you well. Have you been taken from by now? Come on. No, I actually have not been involved in any naughty activities. Only in my mind, only in my mind. Yes, because we're all adults here. I have answered your question a little bit, all right? Despite what other people have going on, to have sex all the time is a poor person's hobby. You know, they do because you have other things that you could be doing. Like when I finish this, I'm going to read my book to you guys, which means that I write books, which means that it takes time and thought and research to write this book. So I have better things to do than worry about my shaking loins, you know. Have things to do. If you're here, you're an adult, and if you got Google, you can ask that. Okay, I'm Alexis, not Alexa. Even though I think they base the way that knowledge comes out on me. Anywho, Taurus, bye-bye. Gemini, step up. Hello. Knight of Swords, you are the lover, but you'll cut them off. Your heartbeat, but it stopped. Haching! You're allergic to the bullshit. All right, Gemini. You are the Knight of Swords. You are loving. You are great. You are valiant. You are chivalrous. You are all these things, but what you're not is a dummy. You are willing to shut people off. You have the biggest heart. You have the best intentions. But fortunately for you, you have now branded your knife. Your knife is standing very erect and you are ready to impale anyone who think they about to put their booty in your face and get your butt to kiss. No, 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 no. Impalement is coming for you. For you. And it's looking like a man. Are you impaling yourself, man? You know, some of those guys with small members, they like to deal with guys with big members, and if only just to be in proximity to a real one. Naughty me. Somebody's secret came out. I mean, if only to be in proximity to a big one. Hi. Let me get this other card out for Gemini because I got a feeling that Gemini is going to play like a Scorpio, a very hot and passionate Scorpio this morning. What's going on? Have you actually been putting yourself? I know I've been up on the shelf for some time now since August. So, yeah, Gemini, we might need to have a little fun. Justice. So maybe we do need to take a chance and go out there, but be mindful, Gemini. People are looking for your energy. If you're definitely the Gemini that I'm talking about, people are looking for your energy. So you can't mess with everybody. You actually have to be a very choosy lover because people are looking to take advantage of your wonderful heart. They're looking to take advantage of your space. They're looking to take advantage of your generosity. And you have to actually be a bit of an asshole. You actually have to be very okay. Yes, you can mess with a Leo, but what you can't do is let a Leo be like the end all be all. You cannot put this Leo on a pedestal because a Leo loves and thrives on a pedestal, but they also respect a person who is standing 10 toes down on their own throne. So if you do go in with this Leo, I'm sorry, why did Libra come out? If you do go in with this Leo, stand your ground, make sure you have your boundaries even if you don't say them, because sometimes they don't like all that chastising. A Leo, know yourself and keep to your script even if you don't say it. Leos are great grandstanders and they're huge, they're larger than life even if they're the smallest person in the room. So just stand your ground. Do not let this person drown out your Gemini energy, okay? You've got one Leo in a room, but you've got 6 Geminis in you. So you're never by yourself. You've got 6 degrees of Gemini. You better use it. Anyway. It's too late. She left me now, but you still love her. Okay, so you're prepared for the next Leo. I wouldn't suggest you go backwards, even though I don't know what your situation is. If it wasn't too bad, you could still save it, but you definitely have to make sure you do not let her swallow you. You understand what I'm saying? Because a Leo can be big. They're big by nature. And so is Gemini, but Gemini tends to mute because we understand all the different angles of things, but we don't need to be that understanding. I have come victim to that myself. We don't need to be that understanding, especially when you have a person that's willing to bowl over you for their own things. You have to be willing to bowl them over too. So you need to have a relationship where everybody's okay with being bowled over every once in a while. Okay, that might be the perfect thing for you, but it's definitely pivotal. It's definitely important for you to make sure that you don't get absorbed or disappear in any relationship, Leo or not. Do not let anyone suffocate you, hide you. Like, you know how they make the meatballs and they put like the piece of cheese inside and you don't know that the cheese is inside? Don't be that cheese. Damn it. And if you are going to be cheese, be the damn Gouda that comes out and leaks everywhere and gets in the oven and smells for years. I'm sorry. Down, down, down. Thank you and Merry Christmas. Happy holiday. Yeah, take back your power. From what you're saying, you have given away a lot of your power. Um, don't take this Leo back if it's that bad, if she's pulling on your heartstrings like that, because she's probably somewhere with someone else having a great time and you're sitting there. Let that go. Get you some fun. I did not say go lay down with anyone because I don't want you to go into a rebound and end up heartbroken. But definitely remember you are a prize too. Not a baddie, but a prize. You have something to bring to the table, and you don't want to be with someone who can't see you, who gets so big that they forget you're there. You don't want to be with that ever again. And I don't suggest go back to exes because sometimes exes come back for revenge. Sometimes exes come back because they didn't hurt you enough, they didn't get enough of your money, they didn't see you cry or something. Sometimes they just want revenge. So I wouldn't go back if things are like that, and especially if you know this person doesn't have a problem with making you very small and putting you to the back of their neck, because you can, that's just, you'll end up resenting it. Okay, and you'll end up shrinking yourself to be with this person. So if you're not ready to show up in Leo energy just like they're showing up in Leo energy, take your Gemini self and find you something safer to do. And sometimes something safer to do is be with yourself until you can come out the roaring 6-degree Gemini that you need to be. Be mindful. Gemini have personalities. We're not two-faced. People are thinking so small when it comes to us. We are multifaceted. We have things, we have personalities we let you meet, and we have personalities that we don't let you meet because we know that some of our personalities you want to devour or you want to challenge or you want to do something and you want to act weird. Some people just come looking, they're like, oh, you're a Gemini. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And they do it with other signs too. Oh, you're this. You're a Scorpio. You're nasty. You're this. Like, yeah. So once you know your Gemini power, no one should have a choice to put you in a box. You jump in a box that you make, and you don't let them steal it. Okay? Have a good one. Cancer, step up. I just did Pisces. Pisces is actually doing very well. Pisces was at the second one I did. Pisces was doing very well. As long as they keep mindful of the things that they're doing and they don't try to control other people and manipulate. So Pisces, you're going to do good as long as you don't do the social engineering, because it might go well for a time, but it's going to bite you in the back when everybody figures out what you've done. Okay. So try to stay away from the shady dealings. Okay, Pisces? That's what I said before. Shout out to Nick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my boo. Happy birthday, my friend. What it do? Happy birthday. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure to treat me right. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure to treat me nice. Cause if you ain't pull up on me, baby, I was gonna be tight. Yeah. Hey, Cancer. Somebody about to go upside your head. Cancer, are you being irky? Are you crying? Are you being one of those annoying bullies that uses your tears and your fears to make the steers? Okay. Caught in the headlight like deers. Cancer, behave yourself. You always want to take over Christmas. Don't you do something at 4th of July. Don't burn the meat. Don't burn the meat. Wrap it up if you're out there, okay? You know, you in the hotel room trying to sneak home for them Christmas gifts get open. You better hope nobody open that closet and pack your clothes. All right, so if anyone's out here gambling, be careful. There are people that are watching you. They're watching your chips. They're watching your wins. They're watching your dips. If you lose, do not bet your family. Do not bet your lover. Do not do that thing that they did on that daggone movie where they went to the The where they went to the casino and the husband lost, and he actually gambled away a night with his wife, one night with his wife. And boy, did that millionaire do a lot to get that one night. He didn't care if the bet was breached or not. They didn't care. They was like, yeah, I want one night with your woman, and him not knowing that that person gambled there just for that opportunity to make that wager. So be mindful of people who already have things planned out before you enter the room. There's a setup. Someone's being set up. There's a setup. I don't know if it's for money. I don't know if it's for ex trafficking. I don't know if it's for, a robbery or a red rum. I don't know what it is, but there's someone who's setting someone up. Someone knows more than they're saying that they do. There's something going on, and there are pieces and people moving. Some of the people some of the people you don't know, some of the people you'll never meet ever, and the only thing that they're invested in is the payout. So be mindful of the information you give. Be mindful of the people you see. Be mindful of people even looking over your shoulder to check your phone. Okay. Can I be your dating coach? Well, stick with me. I can give you the best advice that I can. I definitely won't lead you wrong, honey. I'm training to be an image consultant, so I guess that goes into it a little bit, but I'll touch on it with you a little. Just stick with me, hon. I do appreciate you, and congratulations to everyone, and thank you for all of my subscribers that come here and share the love and share the information, because we're just trying to raise the vibration here, and we're trying to get people in love or married or just off onto their races, off to their purpose. If you're a singer, we want to see you do that. If you make dresses or you make hats, oh, beautiful things, we want to see you do that. We want to see you in love with life. If not with people, why not an animal? Why not a hobby? Why not a gift? Why not creativity? We want to see you love life again, because everybody's hated so much. So yeah, that's with that. And Cancer, the world. So the world is watching you, and you want to attain the world by proxy or whatever, however your world goes. You want to attain the world. You want the world on your shoulder. You want the attention of the world. You want to do something that is effective to the world. You want to make your mark on the world, Cancer. And I can't, it's not wrong for you to want to make your mark on the world, but what kind of mark are you trying to make? Are you trying to make a bad mark, or are you trying to make a good mark? Or are you only trying to make a mark that matters to you? Because you don't care if it's bad or good as long as it's for you. And that means that you're a bit selfish, Cancer. Are you like that? Because you can't be selfish and then you want consideration. That's a bit like hypocrisy. So get your life together, Cancer. Okay, stop crying to get your way. Crying wolf. You did hear that story, right? Hi, Titus Horus. Good morning. All right, so let's see what the next card. These gloves. Knight of Cups. All right, so okay, Cancer. So you've got the world. You've got the world in your vision. You've got the world in your view. You want to attain it by any means necessary. Knight of Cups. So you're giving offers. You're out here trying to look your best. And you're basically being very political. You're being the political cowboy, right? So you're out here, you're offering cups, you're schmoozing, and you're going to big events, and you're watching. He's the watcher. The Cancer is watching you. They're watching your pockets. They're watching whatever you got going on, because they're trying to hook their hooks into whatever it is. It's night here. Can you do mine? I'm Scorpio. I'm getting there. Yes. So someone's trying to hook their hooks either into a Cancer, or the Cancer is trying to hook their hooks into someone else, because they want to ride someone's coattails, or they want to benefit. They're trying to get in where they fit in because they want to benefit. But they don't want to do the work. So they're not the foundation of this work. So I don't know whose Cancer this is, but somebody's a cloud chaser. Might even be gay for pay. Who knows? This person is willing to do whatever to appear how they want to appear in the world, even if it means anything. And take that as it resonates. Let's go. All right. So Cancer's out of here. Thank God. Oh my God, you're bad. All right. Leo, let's go. Leo, step up, Leo. Big cat. Big cat. Yeah. Leo. And we won't talk about that one, Leo, note one. Okay. We're not going to talk about that one, Leo. Hopefully she doesn't come back in this reading, not unless she follows everything you do. Okay, Leo, let's see what the big cat has. All right, Leo. And Leo, we have the Hermit. So there's a Leo, that is in hiding, or they just don't want to be seen. Maybe they're booed up, or maybe they're just chilling in retrospect, just having, one of those times. Sometimes it is time to disconnect. And Leos are able to do that at times, especially if they're working. Hello and good morning. Thank you. I appreciate you. Three of Pentacles. So looks like Leo is somewhere counting the coins and probably turning up with a few of their friends. So they're probably taking counsel, getting a little bit of advice. This might be good, might be bad, as long as they're not talking to the wrong person for the wrong reasons. Okay. So Leo, this is good for you if you're, off to yourself and you're just doing your thing and you're just, hanging out with the friends, watching a few games, playing some cards. This is good. But just be mindful of the conversations you do and do not partake in, and listen at the information. Sometimes if you let a person talk long enough, they'll tell you exactly what you need to know, what you didn't need to know. So yeah, Leo, just be mindful and bless up, Leo. Hopefully this is okay, and if you're going through a thing, it passes very soon. And if you're having a good time, party, you're the life of the party. Leos have a lasting impression and they have a big presence, so definitely, sometimes staying out of the way can be very beneficial to you, Leo. Hopefully that goes well. It can be for the person who is in alive, or it could be a Cancer that might be in my energy. We never know who's thinking that hard or whose energy is out and about. You know what I'm saying? Are you next? If you are a Virgo, you are next. Okay, so Leo, staying out of the way, staying safe by staying to the close friends, and just, try not to do any more damage than can be done. We're at the end of the year, so prepare for winter and reap your harvest. Hopefully you get a good harvest, because if you've sowed some bad seeds, we all know what's coming in. And we just did Cancer. Cancer is either pocket watching or being pocket watched, and there are hooks. Someone's trying to put their hooks either in a Cancer, or a Cancer is trying to find their way into some dealings, some good dealings, or something that's going to benefit them in the long run. Okay? There you go. So now we're going into Virgo. I'm going to shuffle for Virgo, trying to make sure I got my cards right, because it's easy for me to mix them up. Okay, Virgo, we're getting to you next. All right, after Virgo, there's Libra, and then there's Scorpio. Okay? All right. Shoot. The sun sign is out for Virgo. You're welcome, honey. The sun sign is out for Virgo. So if you are a Virgo, or if you had Virgo in your chart, there are some things that are about to be exposed, or people can see you. Your slip is slipping. Your face is slipping. Something slid out. Something slid out. So you are being exposed. Something is about to come out about you, whether it be good or bad. Something is in the present. Something can no longer be hidden, or somebody is about to expose you because maybe you run your mouth or you keep secrets with people who no longer like you. It's the end of the year, so it's very, very clear that people are clearing up their friend space. If you haven't been a good friend, it is you that is about to be exposed. Okay? Hey, sometimes it has to happen. Sometimes we have to go through bad things to get through good things. So if it is the end of things, nam yoho renge kyo. Go chant and clear your energy, okay? Come on, let's go, Virgo. Nam yoho renge kyo. Remember how Ike was doing Tina and all that stuff, and she ended up having to cleanse her energy, and she had a singing bowls, and she had the gong set up and everything. And by the time he got back to her at her house, and do you know stray kids? I don't call them strays, but I know kids that are just out there, and I don't think that they have any like guidance or anyone to point them in the right direction, if that's what you mean by stray kids. Because I know about cats and dogs, animals. that sort of thing. I have maybe 3 times. Oh, bless my ignorance. Anyway, Virgo, 3 of Cups. So it looks like Virgo wants to have a meeting of the minds. I don't. You should have started with the singers, with the song. Do I know any songs? It's a boy band. There, I was thinking about K-pop and the Demons, and I think that like they're like a mix of the Spice Girls and NSYNC. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And Amigos too. Mix that all in. Yeah. But yeah, 3 of Cups for Virgo. So you want to have a meeting of the minds. You seek to congregate. You actually want to be with people, Virgo. You like family. You want to be in a situation like in a unit. You like being together. You like family. You like unity. 6 of Wands. Okay, so there's an offer, there's an idea, at least there's an invite. So you've been invited somewhere, Virgo. If you are, you going, should you go? Ask who all over there. Okay, definitely. So looks like you'll be turning up with some people. Look like there's be a little bit of drinking. There'll be definitely a lot of talking, networking, and things of that nature. So just keep your eye out for the person who's looking for information that they should not have, or there's some information being given. There's a chance for networking. There's something here. Something, if not, there's the exposure happening there for the Virgo. So yeah. So whatever happened with Leo, because Leo's a hermit, and it was the Cancer that was getting the hooks. It's something about being exposed. Okay, so yeah, it's the 3 of Cups, the 6 of Wands. So it looks like you'll be doing some networking. You have been invited a few places, but pay attention to the surroundings. Pay attention to the information being given and being taken. And you make sure you don't carry some bones, and make sure you pay attention to what's coming out your mouth, because sometimes you could be giving information away unintentionally. Definitely. Or it's K-pop. Do you want to know their names? We are going to have this conversation on a slower day, because I definitely want to get to the reading. I want to read because I did promise that I would be reading today. So we'll do that another day, Janika. Okay. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you, hon. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas. Yeah. So next we're going to go to, we just did Virgo. So now we're going to Libra. Good morning, Libra. Justice of the Scales. We just passed through your moon and everything. We're in a Sagittarius moon now. All right. So Libra, it looks like justice is happening. There will be some court cases. There is law. There's enforcement. There's a bit of a situation for Libra. They have to balance out. Something has to be balanced out, Libra. Yeah, justice comes straight out. Justice came straight out. All right. So, and it's also Libra. So there's wisdom. So whatever situation that you're in, you didn't go in without knowledge. You knew what the situation was. You knew what the pros and the cons of the situation was going to be. So it looks like karma is definitely exacting itself. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad for you. Only you know the part that you play in it, Libra. But it looks like everything will have to come to some sort of fruition now. You are going to be going to court, or something will be settled. Something is being handled by law, institutions, anything like that. Banking, something with money. Libra, it's time for you to get your life or your orders, your affairs in order. It's time for you to get your affairs in order, know what goes where, what needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done, and it's time to get on the good foot. 2026 is the year of the 10. It's the year of the stallion. It's the year of the horse. You need to be moving forward. So as this year comes to the end, it's time for you to start considering your karmic debt and clear those things out, because next year can be a great year for you, pending you try your best to end this year out on a better note, okay? And let's see what your second card is. 10 of Wands. Yes, bunch of heavy burdens. Might be some debt, might be debt collection, things of that nature, Libra. But I mean, you actually are strong enough to deal with it. It's just that you have to deal with it. You cannot keep putting things to the side, because 2026 can either go really good in your favor, or you're going to hit donuts. You're going to hit rock bottom if you don't grab hold of your life now. Do not let life live for you. You need to be living life. Okay, Libra? Lots of L's. Live life, Libra. That reminded me of Underworld. Remember when Victor was like, "That's my daughter." I'm silly. Whose name is that? That's not my name. Girl, not to be rude, but do you have a wig on? We had this conversation so much earlier. Go back to the beginning of the live. All right. So, Scorpio, we're next. Hi, Scorpio. I got your colors on. I got your red on. I've got your red on. I've got these curly wildlings that were already there. Like, it was like already, it's like, the colors are getting me. Okay, so Scorpio, how are you? How are you? Intense colors for you. You know, I think these colors, I think whoever the Scorpio is that passed by this page and saw these colors, they stopped and they went back just to look. I don't know who Felix is, but I'll have to look it up now. Okay, so yeah, and Felix is pretty. Shout out to you, Felix, whoever you are. Scorpio love. Hi, loving lovers. Hi, my passionate one. We've had a whirlwind this year, right, Scorpio? We've been everywhere and back, right, Scorpio? Around the block, around the block. Smiles. Love on fleek, all right? So let's look at the bottom of the deck. 4 of Swords. So who you holding boundary with, Scorpio? Someone like tried you? Do we got to mollywop somebody? Somebody tried you? Like, come on. Let's stop playing. King of Swords. So yeah, we're cutting people off. Who did it? Should we get them? Do we got to like gear up? Like, do we have to get them, Scorpio? Because I mean, like, hype me up. Because that hype me up. Ain't nobody generated. Come on now. I don't even know how to use AI. Well, I don't want to use AI because I think AI is scary. And if you see anyone using any of my content, anything of that nature, report it and tell me. Let me know, because I need to be reporting these people, because I don't use AI. I don't even use any altered content. All of my stuff is just me. It's me. I don't even use filters. I don't. I like my blemishes. I do. King of Swords. So ready to cut off. Scorpio, you've been slicing the dice, especially since that person tried to mess with your money during your birthday season. Like, they was really coming for you during your birthday season, Scorpio. Greetings from Sweden. Hey, I like the yodel. Yes, I do. And you found me. You see my colors. I wore these colors because I knew it would just go snatch when you went by. It's gonna snatch colors. But yeah, back to you, Scorpio. Since everybody was trying to mess with your money during your birthday season, your money should be getting better. People should be putting a little money in them little them gifts and them cards that they're giving you, especially since they know they did you dirty during your birthday season, Scorpio. Especially since they were trying to mess around with your money and like manipulate you a little bit, especially since you was turned up. They was trying to do things while they knew you were turned up, okay? I'm going to keep rocking, babe. Mwah. Shout out to my babe from Stockholm. Stockholm. I definitely need to come see you all. You give Michael... Ah. Oh, that was scary. I'm like so still. I am not AI generated. I promise you. I don't know how to use it. Even though somebody was saying like they were just talking into the phone and they were coming up with stuff. And that's even scarier because like now dumb people can use AI. Like they don't even know how to use condoms, but they know how to use AI. Like that is wild. Diabolical. So yeah, Scorpio, cut all them off. If they play with your money, they need to go, man. They need to go. They need to go. Don't let nobody play with your money. Don't let nobody manipulate you. Don't let nobody play in your face. We are cutting them off because we are fruition. We are in our vineyard. We got abundance. You see these grapes? We gonna bust grape. We gonna bust grape. In my Glorilla voice. We gonna bust grape. All right. Friday night at 8. I will not be late. That's the clumps. Nutty Professor. You go ahead. I'll see you later, boo. See you later. Thanks for coming. All right, that was Scorpio. Scorpio. Sagittarius. Night of the Sage. Night of the Sage. We was talking about Nikki earlier because Nikki is a Sagittarius, okay? And like I said, the beginning of Sagittarius season is for the control freak of the Sagittarius. And the end of the Sagittarius, it's like the spontaneity, those sorts of things, right? But in the middle, we've got Nikki, okay? And Nikki is a character of sorts. She's come from a country named Trinidad. She came from a place called Trinidad, and she made her mark in the world, although there were things that she had to go through. No, her life is not perfect, and I don't believe anyone's life is perfect. It's just that when we get on this big old thing called the internet and we get our big platforms, it's good that we use it in a way in which it's supposed to be used. No one saw Nikki going political. Everybody thought that she was going to stick to that one box, but that's the problem with putting people in boxes. Nikki never said that she planned on doing this forever. She said she just wanted to be the best at whatever she did. And it looks like what she's doing now. She's pivoting. Whether it makes a person mad or not, I'm not going to address, the big, what everybody else is addressing. I'm just addressing the human being, Nikki. Nikki never said that she wanted to just be one thing. She never said that she came out as a rapper, she turned into a mom, and now she's going into another arena. So with that being said, I'm all for women being able to switch seats. Men have been doing it for a very long time, and no, it's not going to look the same for men that it is for women. It's going to be very different because it should be very different because they're two different animals. But the fact that people wanted her to just be one thing was crazy, especially when we all as people evolve. We go from being kids to being teens to being young ladies and young men to being young adults to being mature to being old farts. So how dare you make her just choose one hat when there's so many? That's like trying to get me to wear tennis shoes when I've got heels and I've got wedges and I've got espadrilles and I've got all these boots. Like, let's just let people get into their lane and treat them accordingly, not beat them up. Not unless they're doing something bad, then expose them. But yeah, other than that, just know that there are people in your life who wanted to change lanes, but you came with your big stupid opinion and you made it uncomfortable for them. And that's all I'm saying. She's just my example. But I'm talking about the people who you're actually able to reach out, touch, and talk to. You've made some of these people uncomfortable with their decisions because you kept running your mouth. Imagine. You've been a hoe all your life. You finally go to church, you sit on a pew, and you feel redeemed, okay? But then you got a young girl who came up, and she's really, really pretty, and she's got the body, but she's been a virgin. But because you've never asked the girl a question, you only assume that she's been using her body to do things that you used to actually really do, and used to be really freaking good at it, okay? Somebody knows, and they sit in the back of the church too. But yeah, what I'm saying is you can't put people in the boxes that you were in, and you can't trap people in the boxes that you came out of. Because what if somebody trapped you? They would have never let you in that church to sit on that bench if you were tethered to your past the way you tried to tether her to your past. You took away that girl future because you opened your mouth before anybody asked you your opinion. So be mindful of the places you come from and be mindful of the places that you want to go. Act accordingly and keep the company. All right. Sagittarius, we're done. 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 With strength, Sagittarius, be strong as you always are and wield your own damn sword. Don't let nobody tell you what to do, put you in no boxes or anything. You are the person that you want to be. You are the person that you are acting as. So, if you are a good person, you are doing good things. You are putting proper thoughts. You are thinking about your diet. You're thinking about your words. You're thinking about your actions. If you're a bad person, then manifest on. But you have the strength and the resilience. I don't know a very weak Sagittarius. Even bad Sagittariuses have strength, okay? I'm not one of those. I'm going to tell you the truth. So this is strength and this is the magician. Go forth and Godspeed, okay? All right. Now we're going to the Capricorn because we're capping for the Kappas. What's up, Big Stepper with the lemon peppers? What's up? Big Steppers with the lemon peppers. All right, here we go. I just had a glance at Jessica Rabbit. Only difference is her dress was red. I was looking for a red dress. I actually was looking for a red dress. I just didn't find one that was interesting enough to me because they stole the perfect red dress that I had in the airport last year. Well, this year they stole it. They stole it when they stole Alex's luggage in the airport in BWI. They stole my dresses. They stole a red dress, a gold dress, a blue dress. They stole brand new dresses, and I had a red dress with an open back, and it was like a pencil skirt down the bottom, and it had an open back and like fluted sleeves. It was the perfect dress, and it got stolen. So I'm still waiting to see the dress that pops out to me. I don't wear things because they're on a rack or whatever. The piece has to speak to me. Like I have a connection to the things that I wear. So I have to wear them well. Even if it's just, if I wear a trash bag, it has to stand out to me. Like the drawstring on the trash bag has to be yellow at least. Yeah. I'm so funny. All right, Capricorn, how are you? Hopefully you are up to laughter with your big old heart and your I'm not willing to laugh. I'm not willing to laugh unless you tickle me or something. Come on, just be the lover that you are. Why did the lovers come up upside down for my Capricorn? You don't want to love? Are you being a stinky face? Huh, Capricorn? You being a beastie? You're being mean. You being mean, Capricorn. You want to love because you are a big teddy bear on the inside. But why are you being mean right now? Did somebody piss you off? Did somebody lie to you? Because that's the only reason why Capricorns get like that. If they can't trust you, they don't like you anymore. Even if they love you, if they can't trust you, it's like pulling teeth. The Hierophant. So this is okay. So this is laws, institutions, things of that nature, overall religion, groups, sectors, things of that nature. So you're not in love, and you're basically sitting here like I am right now with your. Why do you have an attitude, Cap? What's going on? Who did it? Who's pissing you off? They're not giving you your way. You're not giving yourself your way. Okay, there's a card under here. I only meant to pick two. So, oh, and I only was picking two. So Capricorn took 3 cards, but it's good they're the last ones. So you're not in love right now because you don't have the person you want. Oh, Capricorn. Happy birthday to you. If this is your birthday, because we are in Capricorn season. Hold up. I haven't told you what the days were, what days we were in the last few days. I wrote it down. Up right now, we are in, okay, so Aquarius energy ended from the 22nd to the 24th, and Piscean energy today till tomorrow. Okay, so I'll go back and get the rest of the days, but I know Gemini is on the 31st. So right now you have Piscean energy, so you're feeling deep, and you might be crying a little bit, or you might be getting teary eyed over some type of nostalgic memories or things that could have came, or some unrequited love. It looks a lot like unrequited love, Capricorn, but this too shall pass. You shall heal if you should let it go. And you really want to be in a relationship. You are really seeking a relationship, Capricorn, and you want to be loved, but you're also hard to love because you don't really show your feelings a lot, and that's kind of hard to manage. So you might need to learn how to, you might actually need to be, look for a dating coach to see what you may be doing wrong, that attracts like the wrong people, or people who are like more mechanical than lovers. Okay, Capricorn. So just take your time and heal your heart. I hope everything's going well with you. I pray you get a really good, genuine hug from someone. If not, just go out and love on yourself. Do things that you like. Spend times with yourself. It looks like it's the overall thought process, institution, religion. It's like you're having a midlife crisis, and you're not getting any love and support while you're going through it. But you got to choose a little better, and you definitely got to choose your best, your best path forward. Speak to people who resonate with you on a personal level, not just a give and take. Sometimes you just need advice. You need to find a kind word, or somebody that speaks life into you, not a person that just tells you what you want to hear, just a person that actually just speaks life into you and gives you advice, or actually prompts those questions that help you understand life a little bit better. This is Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. This is what this is, in case you needed to reference, so that you can go and do your own research. Oh boy, I wish I had a dragon. I wish I was uh Targaryen. Oh yeah, I wish I had a dragon. I burned that last comment up. If you're not already burning, because you're asking like weird questions to a stranger who does not know you. Be mindful of people out there. There are some people who are so blatantly out here looking for sex and talking about sex with strangers, that that they'll just run around and have like an STD or a house in Virginia or bumps down there, and they'll lay with them because they're bored, and they don't ever like take some of their free time and go to the clinic. So be mindful, wrap it up where you can. Some people just need to get aluminum foil on them and be put in the back of the fridge and saved for freezer burn. But if you know, you know. So let's get on to Inside Gossip. I've been on for way so long on this live, so it's like 1:22. So I'm going to do another live. I'm going to separate it from this. So I'm going to end it here. And I love you all. If you're still with it and you want to hear Inside Gossip, I'm going to do it next. Whoever Carmen B816 is, what a maroon.